So Equinox Gold is a brand new gold development company. We're focused on building a mid-tier, multi-asset gold production company over the next few years. Equinox Gold was formed just this December by the merger of Newcastle Gold, Anfield Gold, and Trek Mining. And what this did is it married Trek Mining's near-term production at AURIZONA with Newcastle Gold's development pipeline at Castle Mountain and the financial assets of Anfield Gold. Now, I believe our keys to success are going to be our assets, our people, and our strategy. And I'm going to start with a discussion of our assets. We have a portfolio of assets in the Americas. You can see here it's anchored by Castle Mountain in Southern California and AURIZONA in northern Brazil. We also have a copper portfolio in Ecuador, Chile, and in Mexico, as well as gold assets in BC and in Peru. So the AURIZONA gold mine, this is our flagship asset right now. AURIZONA is going into production by the end of this year. It'll produce 136,000 ounces of gold a year at a very low all-in sustaining cash cost of $754 per ounce. AURIZONA is in construction right now. The asset has fantastic access to site. There's already power to the site. And so what we're focused on is refurbishing the substantial existing infrastructure that we already have there, increasing the size of the tailings dam, upgrading the substation, and then what we're really focused on is building an 8,000 ton per day crushing and grinding plant that will be able to process all different ore types on this project. Fantastic exploration upside at AURIZONA. This last year, 2017, we focused on extending the Piaba pit to the west and at depth. In 2018, we'd like to get into Tatajuba. This is 4 kilometers of additional strike from Piaba. We think this has the potential to more than double the current 6.5-year mine life at AURIZONA. Now, as we zoom out, you can see that we've got district scale potential here. There's over 2,000 square kilometers of land here. The pink and the brown is our land, and the green is 1,800 square kilometers of claims that are in a joint venture with AngloGold Ashanti. Lots of potential for additional discoveries at AURIZONA. Now, our newest acquisition is the Castle Mountain mine in Southern California. This is a big oxide, past-producing mine, 4 million ounces in M&I resource, another 1.6 in inferred. Our focus at Castle Mountain right now is on completing a pre-feasibility study. Now, this pre-feasibility study, we believe, will result in a multi-million ounce reserve coming in this year, and a plan to build a over two phases of open pit heap leach project that ultimately will produce over 200,000 ounces of gold per year. So this is a big project. Also in the United States right now, there's been some great changes in the tax reform, regulatory reform that we really think are gonna provide additional value to this project. Now, I said Castle Mountain was big. We think it's gonna get a lot bigger. There are multiple targets to the north of the current pit, to the south of the pit, peripheral to the pit that you see here. We've had high-grade intercepts in pit in 2017 and also high-grade mineralization below the existing pit. So lots of upside at Castle Mountain. I think we'll be mining here for decades when it's all said and done. We also have a portfolio of copper assets, several billion pounds of copper in this portfolio. Warintza in Ecuador, Ricardo, this is an elephant country in Chile, just south of one of the largest copper mines in the world, Chuquicamata. La Verde in Mexico, this is a joint venture with Teck Resources. We have 60%, they have 40%. Now, copper has been doing very well lately in terms of price. We see substantial value that we can surface from this portfolio. We're right now working on the best way to do that. One of the ideas is doing a spinco. So I would not be surprised if maybe next year we have an Equinox Copper presenting at the show, who knows. We have 2 other gold assets in the portfolio. We have the Elk Gold Project in British Columbia, about 500,000 ounces of gold in all categories, high grade. We also have the Coricancha Mill in Peru. This is a production gold processing facility that is in production right now. Now, I talked about people. I think all of you probably know who Ross Beatty is. Ross Beatty joined the board of Equinox just this last December. In fact, Equinox Gold is named after Ross's first public company, which was Equinox Resources in the picture here. So Ross has come full circle with Equinox Gold. He's told us this is going to be his last public company. We're really excited to have him on board. He's our largest shareholder, and his enthusiasm has been contagious. So really happy to have Ross on board here. We also have a number of other people in the company, very experienced group led by Christian Malau, our CEO. These guys all came from True Gold and before that Endeavor Mining. We also have, as an advisor and large shareholder, Richard Wark, who, much like Ross, has created billions of dollars of value for his shareholders over the years. We have a strategy here at Equinox to get from where we are today, around $500 million market cap, to get to $1 billion. And to do that, what we need to do is execute on our existing portfolio, focus on bringing AURIZONA into production on time and on budget, getting that Castle Mountain pre-feasibility study complete, more exploration success of both AURIZONA and Castle Mountain, and surfacing some value from that copper portfolio. But we're funded to do that, and this is with our internal assets. We are aiming high. We see multi-asset production companies trading at a much higher premium or multiple to single asset producers. To do that, the big idea here is to buy additional production assets, put them into one company, and really accelerate that re-rate or that multiple expansion that we think we can get from our asset portfolio in this company. Lots of news in 2018, AURIZONA construction progress, Castle Mountain pre-feasibility study, lots of exploration results, copper portfolio, and then of course our first gold pour, which will happen in Q4 of this year. So summing it all up, I said originally our keys to success were our properties, our people, and our strategy. We've got great properties in AURIZONA, Castle Mountain, and the copper portfolio, a fantastic team of management and board of directors led by Ross Beatty and Christian Malau. And I think we've got a very good plan to surface substantial value from our existing portfolio and grow this company to a multi-billion, multi-asset producer over the next couple of years. I'll be presenting again at 11:20 today, more detailed and more information. And we're at booth 419, and with that, I'll conclude. That's Equinox Gold. Thank you.